Judge James Mess, Justice of Peace, Precinct 4, Montgomery County.
Judge, tell me what you had this morning up there at the, wasn't it the sand pit or the pit out there?
It was, I don't know who owns the pit now. You may have changed this because I don't, they call it, it's on Hallett Drive,
Right.
but I don't think it was Hallett's operation.
Okay.
I don't think so. It's someone else doing that. So
Okay.
I don't really know what you want to say on that. I honestly don't know who owns it, but it was at we can put it at a site off Salters Road.
Okay,
What like that.
What all happened out there?
We continue to investigate it, Scott. An accident, it appears to be just a tragic accident. 23-year-old Hispanic male was working on top of a mixing device, mixing sand and cement together, producing stabilized sand, when apparently it became clogged some way, and he got on top of it trying to unstop the piece of machinery, and he slipped and fell into the mixing device, at which time he was crushed to death.
How big of a machine is this? Is it just a...
It's approximately, it's elevated off the ground about 15 feet, and it's probably about, this particular device is about 15 feet long.
Is there like a walkway up there that he was standing
It does have a stairway up to it. There's a walkway on either side. There's a conveyor belt feeding it on one end, dumping the cement into it and the sand, and then it mixes it together, and then the finished product comes out the end, is either loaded onto a truck by conveyor or on the ground, usually loaded immediately on a truck and delivered to sites, different areas.
This place, I think this is the first one I've ever made in years on as far as any problems out there, as far as any injuries. Is it, you remember anything out there either?
No, I've never heard of any problems out there at all. No injuries or never
They've got
heard
a
of
pretty good
anything.
sized area, and it's just basically just rock and stabilized sand and sand
Right.
that they deal with out there.
Right, that's correct.
What about, so basically cause of death most likely until an autopsy, most likely going to be crush injury?
Yes, a crushing type injury, blunt force trauma.
Okay. What time did all this happen?
It was about 8 o'clock this morning.
About 8, okay.
That's
And what EMS and fire responded? Were they able to do anything for him at the time, or was it beyond?
EMS, it was apparent, it was very apparent that he was deceased at the time.
Was he working with anyone else that just saw it
There
happen?
were other people there. That's the reason they shut the machinery down immediately, or it would have been. But it was turned off immediately, but it was too late for him. He was already dead.
So what are they, just conveyor belts dumping the sand and cement up there, or tractors, or what are they?
Well, they have front end loaders feeding another area into a hopper, then that goes down into this mixing. They call it like a pug mill. It has like rototiller type tines that mixes the sand and the cement together. And then once it comes out, it's called stabilized sand. Once you do that, it's just raw sand and then cement, and you mix that together and it makes stabilized sand. It just makes it a lot stronger. You use around construction sites and foundations and things like that.
Yeah. All right. See, it was 23-year-old Hispanic.
23-year-old Hispanic
From Houston,
male,
or?
from Houston area.
Okay.
That's correct.
All right.
Your people, Lord. We are the church, Lord God.